Yo.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Y'all know what it is. State of the art.
Yo.
Here we go. Here we go.
Nah. You gotta do that a little bit better.
I gotta work on it, bro. I'm not, this is the first time I've ever said it.
We gonna do another take two.
We gonna do it. Yo, I don't know how to, you wanna run that back?
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yo.
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Y'all know what it is. State of the art.
Talk your shit. Y'all already know we back.
Yo, man, how's it going, man?
It's like season 47, but we not really doing seasons, but that's what we gonna call it anyway.
Bro, listen, man.
I'm doing good.
I like this. This is like Survivor to me. Each season, something else is happening. I don't know what island we gonna be on. We don't know if we're gonna be eating roaches. Or who knows? Who knows? Nah, man, how's it been?
It's been alright. I'm not gonna lie. We came here last week and a whole bunch of shit happened, and I was expressing a lot of frustration. Yo,
I feel like last week's episode would have been good only because you was tight and I could see it all in his face.
That was so fun. I'm over this shit,
and I'm sitting there like,
I'm over this shit. But in me being over it, I decided, hey, I'm gonna do something different. Something I haven't done in about a year.
Okay, what's that?
I decided I was gonna go to the movies.
How was that?
That shit was fucking amazing. I'm trying to go to another movie. I'm sorry, I can't watch movies in my crib the same way.
It's not the same feeling, bro.
Yeah.
It's not the same feeling.
So Judas and the Black Messiah came out, and I've been seeing that promo for months, and I'm like, I'm gonna see that in the movie. I don't know if movie's gonna be open yet, but I'm gonna see that.
Nah, that movie, yo. So how'd you like it?
It was open. Oh, what? That shit was fucking amazing.
Listen, man, I don't want to assume because it's Black Panthers and the actors involved that you liked it. You listen, man. Some great actors made some trash movies.
Nah. You know, we've always talked about this. I've never been the biggest slavery movies, but when it comes to civil rights movies, for some reason I usually like those whenever they come out. So I already know I'm gonna see this.
Well, it's different because there's a hopelessness to slavery that civil rights.
Bruh, I watched 12
doesn't
years,
have.
I watched 12 Years a Slave. Good movie. I'm like, I'm never watching this shit again.
Never.
I'm sorry.
We probably said that a dozen times, and I'm gonna say it a dozen more times. If I could live and never see 12 Years a Slave another day, I've lived a good life. Because that was a great movie.
Yeah,
but
it was a good movie.
That was like watching Passions of the Christ, bro. I just can't
do that.
I can't watch Torment.
Like, this is too much of a drag for me.
Bro, like for me, when I looked at, so what was your take on, since let's start here, Judas, what was your take on the concept of the movie and like the whole Black Panther movement? Did anything surprise you?
Oh, not at all.
Yeah,
nothing was surprising.
I wasn't surprised. Yeah. I will say this though, they did a good job of showing their youth. Because remember, people forget that everybody sees Fred Hampton as like this amazing. He was a 20-year-old man.
But if we think back to like a lot of people back in the days, they were all pretty young. Martin Luther King looked like a 45-year-old man.
How old was he?
He was like 30 something, 33.
Well, no, when you're carrying the whole black movement on your shoulders, that adds a little weight.
Bro, none of us looked that.
I feel like the gravity around people like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King is just a little heavier than the rest of us. You know what I mean? But no, one thing I would say, which may be an unpopular take, I'm good for those, but when I watched the movie, I remember thinking the infiltration is so fucked up. Obviously what that guy was doing was so terrible. But at the end of the day, I kind of thought to myself, they were disorganized. Like as much organization as they spoke about, they didn't feel like they had the right energy and they had the right idea and vibe. But the plan and execution, you can't just say I'm gonna shoot white people. It doesn't work. If you want actual results, especially when you live.
Is that what they said though?
Well, no, they didn't. No. They didn't say I'm shooting white, but they suggested that's what I will do if you attack me.
They said we will stand our ground. Yeah.
And I understood, but you can't say it. That's one thing. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. They were very good. It's like R&B back in the days. Nobody ever said fucking.
Compared to
I'm gonna be freaking. You know what it was. Nowadays, it was always freaking. They would always be like, yo, wetness. They would never say, yo, pussy juices. You know what I mean? I think that he showed his youth in the way, in how powerful and direct his language was.
Yeah.
But I feel like it took from their movement because all white people heard was, we gonna get shot.
Yo, fuck J. Edgar Hoover, man. That's all I gotta say. And it got me watching like other things that I got into the whole story, and they would say the reason he was going so hard after the Black Panther was because he couldn't go after the mob. They had too much dirt on him, so he had to. He basically, they said he denied that the mob was real. So he could not go after them because they apparently he was like gay, and back in the day.
I heard about that. Yes.
Yeah. And the mob, he used to go to certain clubs in the city.
Yeah.
And
they owned the gay clubs.
And they used to wire up the clubs, and they caught a lot of conversations that he had.
Yo,
so with that, he couldn't go after the mob. He had to go after the Black Panther movement after.
You know what's crazy about that is so much just came together. I love when information comes together because I knew the mob ran a lot of gay joints. And they ran a lot of gay joints because they were like, listen, we got all these gay people that got nowhere to go. We might as well get some fucking money out of them.
They was about their bread.
They didn't give a shit about what you was doing. Yo, listen, whoever you fuck, that's your business. They didn't care for that. But they said at the end of the day, bring me money to do whatever you're doing. Yeah, I'm sure they weren't the best to them, but they gave them a place to be. I didn't consider J. Edgar Hoover was also gay. The mob caught him slipping. Like, I couldn't.
So apparently, like, he's denied that the mob is even real.
Nah, I mean,
it got that serious with him.
Well, to me, I think J. Edgar Hoover, if you know the history of the FBI, is just a obvious case of, you know what I mean? Too much time causes corruption. If you're in power for too long, you're going to be corrupt. This is why senators, well, not all senators, but this is why presidents, they have terms.
They're going to catch you or something.
It's not even that they're going to catch you on something. It's that eventually it will get to you. He was what, 20 years, some shit like that? Forever. Imagine having that much information on that many people, having that many ears out in the world for 20 years. Like, of course you're going to become corrupt. I'm not giving an excuse for anything he did. I'm just saying corruption, I always wonder if there's a difference between power. Everyone likes to act like power can be innocent. Like, when I watch Black Panther, I always watch that movie and go, power can't be nice.
You gotta. With power is about respect. It's not about niceness. It's all about respect.
Yeah.
However you could get respect from whoever you have the power over. This is why different countries are run different ways.
Yeah.
Sometimes people have to have like a little sort of like a dictatorship kind of approach, because if you kind of go another way, all hell might break loose, and it might actually go to a different war.
I'm thinking after this presidency and after what we just went through, everything we just saw, I'm thinking that the people have shown us that maybe they're just not ready to rule themselves. Like, I'm big. My whole thing is I'm a big freedom person. I'm all cowboyish. I'm all First Amendment. I will always fight for your right to speak whatever you want to speak over fighting for the right of someone else who is offended by what you said. That is just the natural state of who I am. But I will say that this time has shown me, like, nah, we need some rules, B. We need some standards, and we have some measures. We need some structure.
We always needed some rules.
We did,
but we also need to kind of balance out the checks and balances.
Yeah, exactly.
The checks and balances is kind of not. There's a lot of non-checking there's a lot of non-balance in the checks and balances.
Yeah.
The people, to an extent, you are correct, but then you see things like Wall Street bets, and I'm like, yo, the people are kind of like stronger and outsmarting the system in a little bit.
No, I don't think that's what happened. I don't think the people are stronger and outsmarting the system. I think people were outsmarting a stupid system, like during this time.
We need to start looking through all the systems. I think we'll find a lot of cracks in
we'll
those
definitely
systems.
find a lot. No. I will say that, there were so many things that Trump got off that I did not know could happen.
We respect a lot of things, and we don't even question them. And it may not be as strong as we think it is.
It's true.
We just gotta start questioning that shit. Why the fuck is this that way?
Bro,
I've been trying to understand that Vlad, not to go into another comment. I've been trying to understand that Vlad Robin Hood dude. I can't understand what the fuck his answers are.
Vlad Robin Hood?
The CEO of Robin Hood.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to watch a couple of his.
I watch it.
I couldn't. He wasn't answering no questions.
No. Because the answer of those questions, and that's funny, like, we get right into it. The answer to those questions were, we are manipulating the market. If he answered directly, if he looked everybody in the eyes and looked everybody in that camera and said, guys, we are lying to you.
This is why the people gotta have that power.
This is what happened. Like, he couldn't give a direct answer because he had to beat around the bush because it was bullshit. You knew. You guys literally manipulated the market. How y'all stop niggas from selling some shit I bought? Imagine if I bought some shit, the rules are you can sell it anytime, and they said, whoa, not today. What kind of fuck shit is that? But I mean, not to jump around, but real quick to end it on Black Messiah, great movie. If you guys get a chance, go see Judas and the Black Messiah. It showed me that as much as we need organization, because I looked at it like, wow, y'all was way more disorganized than I thought. But the other thing I thought of was, y'all were still powerful though. Like, y'all, imagine if y'all had Malcolm X or Martin Luther King's level of organization in terms of their movements, but that young energy that you had. Now, Martin Luther King, and they had everybody, so I guess they had some version of that. But the Black Panthers were angry. Yeah. And I liked it. I
still feel like in those times it would have ended the same.
No.
In those times.
There was nothing they could have done. I'm sorry, guys. There was nothing. People do not get what you see how y'all seeing like George Floyd get literally murdered on camera? That was people in the 70s looking at us like, oh, y'all pussy, because that was serious?
Anything the FBI told you, it was like word is bond back
like,
then.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
You was a conspiracy theorist to question something.
Exactly. You had no choices. So, but great movie. Getting right into.
Hold on. I am excited though. I do feel like after this, there is gonna be like a roll off of like I've been seeing the Marcus Garvey promotions. I feel like there's gonna be a Huey P movie after this because they kept on referencing him in the movie. So I'm very excited for those projects if they do come out.
Well, I hope that they get them as right as they got Judas, because after Straight Outta Compton, they were gonna do a bunch of movies like that, but then Tupac bombed. So I hope they get the second movie, because a lot of times people don't understand the second movie is what get people to buy in.
I feel like the Tupac movie bombed because that story is just so big, and like we've seen it in so many different ways.
I can't even imagine what y'all. There's like 6 documentaries on Tupac.
Straight Outta Compton was, I don't want to say easy, but it's a fresh story. It's of course
it's one of those stories that
but we don't. I felt the same way about the Biggie movie. I remember when the Biggie movie came out. I went to see it in Brooklyn. I never see people in Brooklyn more upset in my life. They stormed out of the movie.
Bro, I saw All Eyes on Me not by accident. I went, but it was like I wanted to see something else, and then we ended up seeing that. Yeah. I was not happy. But the other thing I will say though is Biggie, I never saw it, and I never will.
I saw that movie.
You know what? I lived it. Like, I was around.
It was better than 12 Years a Slave though.
Oh, was it?
Not better.
Oh, you mean better?
Rewatch it.
Oh, okay. You'll rewatch it because you're not watching torment Biggie. You know what I mean, with freaking spoons of food he'll never eat. But I just can't. I don't know. I was never a big when I see those movies, I think to myself, I want a new story. Yeah. So you're right. I want to hear about Marcus Garvey. I want to hear about Huey P. Newton. But getting right into it from Judas, like the Capitol bill. I mean, we got a lot to recap on.
Yeah. So we're gonna be recapping. We ain't been here.
We ain't been here in a little bit, so we just gonna talk our shit. It's free flowing, just recapping.
You just left the barbershop?
Yes, I did.
This nigga just came up like, ooh, hairline crispy right now. Nigga, hairline crispy right now.
I mean, hate it. I feel you.
I'm like, nigga, they added some plugins over there.
My barber, he fuck with me heavy. He really on some, yo, we gonna get you a wife.
My nigga, you know what I mean? Fucking ruler, like, hold up.
Nah, bro. He hit me with the I got the what's his name from ESPN.
Who?
The crispiest hairline on all of Earth.
Oh, Jalen Rose?
Jalen Rose. I got the Jalen Rose.
I thought you was talking Stephen A. Smith. I'm about to say, what?
Nah. Jalen Rose hairline is done with that shit was done with a protractor.
That shit was legendary.
Most legendary black hairline of all history. But yeah, getting in, we're just gonna be recapping. So getting into the Capitol, the whole Capitol situation, what was that January 6th? I mean, there's not much we can say that hasn't already been said.
I'm not gonna lie, that at that time, that was the funniest shit ever. Bro, I have never seen people like go crazy. I still don't know why they was going crazy. What is the reason?
They don't know why they were going crazy. You know why you know what they look like to me?
Fucking petulant children.
Exactly. It just looked like a group of people throwing a tantrum. Cause it's like you went out there to risk your life and freedom on a blatant lie. The funny thing is, y'all all know it's a lie.
Yo, I was just like, yo, look at this.
No, you know what that showed me? I watch a lot of fighting on like UFC, MMA, boxing on YouTube, and I've seen like there's a thing like Kung Fu versus MMA, and every time MMA just be whooping niggas' asses. But there's these Kung Fu masters that teach people how to hit you with your chi, so they could like ball up their chi and then hit you with it, and you'll pass out. And then apparently they got slap you on your neck to wake you back up because that's how powerful chi can be.
They ever try this on Mike Tyson?
Now, a funny thing is, an interviewer, he tried to do his cheat thing to an interviewer. That's not part of it. So he did the cheat thing, and the guy was like, yeah, I'm not feeling anything. And he was like, you know what it is? Do you have a cavity or a molar? Did you put a molar? Because yeah, it could block the chi. He was like, it blocks the chi if you have a molar. And then he goes, also, if you're not a believer, it makes it difficult for the chi. So your fighting style, I have to believe in your fighting style.
So hold on. The chi is like a Kamehameha type?
Yeah, it's invisible. He does not touch you when you fall on the floor. Now, when I look at that interview, I look at his because his students pay to be taught this. And that's how I look at Trump supporters. Like, when he hit you with this chi, you felt nothing. You did not fall. You did not get... That's not real.
You gotta have a conversation with a Trump supporter just for fun,
bro.
You gotta do it just for fun. I just ask questions in circles just to see what the answers are gonna be.
Cause and you know what the other thing is that I'm having trouble with recently? Cause I'm a big numbers guy. I like statistics. I like numbers, and I realize like a lot of things that are happening in black communities. I can't put a number on it. I can't put this. No, I'm not even going. I know where you think I'm going with it. I can't. There's things that I felt out. Like, it's like, I just know. Black people just know. Like, white privilege was one of those things that black people, we didn't have a statistic to prove white privilege. Yeah. There are some that can lead to the correlation of the fact that it correlates to their success, correlates to their white privilege.
I mean, you could do the number of applicants versus the people that work in a certain place.
But at the end of the day, you cannot prove it's privilege because intent matters, So you can never prove that. But I always sat there like, guys, this is obvious. Like, I know it, you know it. Why are we acting like it's not happening? And I think the one thing I can say that the 6th showed me, that Capitol assault showed me was, look, the good thing I could look at is go, guys, look. Now tell me it's not real. Now tell me we're fucking lying. Tell me I made this up. You trying to look how many people got shot and said one woman died?
Was it one? It was like 8 deaths.
No. It was 8 deaths of after the fact. I mean, when they stormed in the building.
Yeah, one lady got shot.
And I'm just sitting there like,
there was a few cops that got killed.
Yo, and that was up.
I'm like, yo.
So blue lives don't matter no more?
Nah, not at all. They ain't talk about no blue lives.
So blue lives, I would like to know. I want to talk to a Blue Lives Matter person now, because so many blue lives and
they just go deflect.
Yes, but it's like
questions, man. That's the funny part about this. Niggas is the best deflectors in the world.
Like, I be sitting here like, Blue Lives Matter. Nigga, you're not a Smurf. You were not born blue. The fuck are you talking about?
But one thing I will say with the insurrection and everything that has just happened in the past, like, I guess 12 months, it has shown that America is a very angry country right now.
Yes.
And I don't know how to fix it, but I do believe that people will start to turn on the elites. Just like, and that's another thing that the movie Judas and the Black Messiah, they kind of showed that it was kind of the same feeling back then, where he was bringing together the Confederates, and then he went and brought the Puerto Ricans to join with them, because at that point they realized, yo, this is more of a fight against the elite. There's a lot of people we put in place to have power, but what actually happens for the people? You know, y'all do all these political jargons and take all, the people do not care.
Well, to me, what the Capitol building showed me, though, is that there needs to also be a focus on the truth, like on evidence. Like, you guys went and
that would mean America really rewrote its whole history, like, if they did that.
Yeah, we would have to. Yeah, it's like, no, we live on lies. We live on lies in this country.
We don't. Let's say half truths.
Right.
What half truths?
Valid truths.
What's the shit that they say? Alternative
facts. Because I'm sitting here like, guys, it's okay to say you're wrong.
Yeah, nah.
Like, you're wrong. Just because, and that's the other thing. It's in most things are not facts. That's what people don't get. Most things are not facts. We like to say facts, but facts are very rare, because the reality is most things are just more so than not. That's what it is. So it's like with global warming, they've found there's 98% of scientists that decide that global warming's a real thing. There's only like 2% that are fighting the good fight against it. But because the media puts them in the forefront, we think that's a real thing.
Yeah, that's not a
and it's not a real thing.
And they also fuck up the actual argument of global warming. They'll say, because say Alaska becomes or Texas is cold, like how Texas was recently.
Yeah.
They're like, see, it's not. I'm like, guys, I don't think that's how global warming works.
Like,
I think it's just extreme weathers
in different parts. It's not like it's like, see, it's getting cold, therefore no, guys, Texas should be hot, therefore that's what fucks it up. But the thing I can't stand is, like, for instance, like, people don't understand with the CDC. That was the scariest part of this shit to me, because when I couldn't believe the scientists that were telling me what to do, I no longer wanted, like, now it's like, I don't, like, what do I do?
At this point, you just gotta do what makes sense to you, because who the fuck do I listen to?
You gotta, to me, it's, you look up what, I'm gonna always go with the people in the lab coats over the niggas over YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
So, call me crazy.
Fuck you.
But everybody that's telling me not to vaccinate are soccer moms, and friggin', you know what I mean? Bill Burr said it the best. They're soccer moms. They're a bunch of people that I don't.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong, but it's like, why would I believe you over the nigga that spent 15 years in school?
With the whole vaccine thing, everybody do what you personally want to do. 2021, I'm not arguing bullshit with people no more, man. Like that's not.
Literally just contradicted yourself. He's like, but find a Trump supporter. While you're not arguing bullshit. No, that's for entertainment purposes. Yeah,
that's for fun.
I'm just fucking. We said, I'm not arguing bullshit, but you Trump supporters? I got y'all. I got smoke for y'all.
I'm not arguing. Like, the whole vaccine, to me, if you want to take it, take it. If you don't want to take it, don't take it. So I was watching this thing. They were showing that there's three groups of people that are anti-vaccine. It was black people, it was Republicans, and I cannot remember the third group.
Probably Cubans.
But black people made sense to me. I'm like, hey, y'all have been actually used for an experiment and everything.
Yes.
Even though every race of people are taking this vaccine.
Yes.
I get it.
I get why you're, yes.
I get why you will be questioned, why you will question. But nigga, we all have taken vaccines. None of y'all are walking around here that has not taken a vaccine. You fucking scientists. Now, if your argument is it's too early, I totally get
that. I agree with.
I'll take it. 2 years, 3 years, cool. If we still have the issue.
Yeah.
But if your argument is vaccines are all bad, y'all niggas need to go to sleep because y'all too awake.
But you're right. Like, this woke movement has.
Y'all
I don't
way
know.
Too awake.
Woke was supposed to be an intelligent thing, and somehow it got dumb.
Yo,
because
this woke on the two sides, son. I'd be like, yo, I don't know who I'm talking to.
Like, I don't know who's woke. I'm about to go back to sleep because I'm about to just live in my ignorance.
I get 8 hours of sleep every day.
Said nope. Because I'm looking at this like. A lot of people. I remember somebody told me, a coworker of mine told me that she was not vaccinating her child, and I remember going, "Oh, I mean, I'd have never at the time."
Hold on, for like measles measles and chickenpox.
Yeah. She said she doesn't do the flu. She didn't say she didn't do the others.
Okay.
But she's not a believer in vaccinations in general. So I said, well, obviously you're not that much of a believer because you do other ones, but fine. Your kid got to go to school. I get it. So I said, but so why?
She could homeschool him.
That's fair. Right. Why is
She's
it?
a teacher, right?
Right. Good luck with that. Why is it that you don't believe in this? I was like, I didn't understand. And she said, I just don't trust the government. I said, have you ever looked up how a vaccine gets made? Have you ever researched anything about vaccines at all? And I'd be looking at people like, so what are you basing this on? Trust or distrust? Like, it's like, to me, the thing that I like about science is it sets a standard for you where it's like this, like there's a floor. This is why I have issues with emotions and feelings and all that shit. I know you guys called me like some robot.
I knew we was gonna get
But this is why I have feelings with that. I have problems with that. Because we can't tell you that your feelings are really wrong.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes people get mad. The way I look at feelings is like, for the average of how people normally react to that thing, is that normal? That's the best I could do. Because then you could always go, it's how I feel. I'm like, I don't give a shit about this. Let's go with science. And that's a floor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm saying that it's like that's all you have to do is look it up, and then you'll know.
Yeah.
But people don't want to look it up because then it might go against the narrative that they want to believe. And I think and it scares me.
And I also need y'all to do appropriate research with all them fruits y'all eating. I'm in total support of all them fruits.
Yes.
All you chaka bars out there, y'all can eat all the fruits y'all want. I do not think fruits are the only thing that's gonna save y'all life.
Yes. And wear a shirt. Like,
so please protect yourselves.
Guys, eat fruits and wear shirts, please.
If y'all don't like vaccines, please wear a fucking mask if y'all go places.
Like, it's like it's funny to me because the people that won't vaccinate are also the ones eating KFC. Like, I don't understand.
That's what I'm like, yo, y'all niggas ain't the healthiest people all the time.
You cannot get cholesterol and not go to the doctor. Like, that is like a catastrophic recipe.
Word.
But they're gonna do that. But I think the mindset that backs the anti-vaccine people is the same mindset that got the people into the Capitol building. But
Donald Trump.
No, it's just the mindset of believe what you want.
Yeah.
The truth does not matter. There is no evidence. None of that matters. How do I feel? Go.
You know who you just described?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
I just don't want to make. The reason why I don't want to make this about him is because, one, fuck out of here. And two, it is a mindset that existed before him.
It did.
He enhanced it.
He fucking had his way with this shit, son. Bro. Oh my God. This nigga fucked the shit out of America.
Bro. I remember when Dave Chappelle said that Donald Trump is like, he was like, it's more than a bad job. It's scary to watch.
Yeah.
So that's like getting in an Uber and seeing your Uber driver's crack pipe in the passenger seat.
Yeah,
you know, like that ride. But you know, it's just, I feel like the other thing I want to say about the Capitol building that I did not, that I'll say that set me at ease is after seeing it, because I was having a blast watching the Republican tears. Oh my, the conservative tears were the best.
Yeah.
Watching them cry, it was like, you know what the thing is about like
I call them MAGA tears.
MAGA tears. Oh man, I love it. I'm like, not the tough guys, not these big tough red hat wearing militants.
Word.
What happened?
Fuck it. I thought it was the libs that cried all the time.
Where were your AR-15s? I didn't understand. I thought you guys had this on lock. And this is the thing I liked about it, was because it showed me y'all not about this life. Like a lot of people say, like, my uncle's always like, yo, don't, be careful with them white people. You gotta be careful, you never know. The racist ones are tough. I'm like, I think those guys went out in the 50s or the 40s. Maybe they made it to the 80s, but they're gone. The tough racists, for the most part, seem to be gone.
Or they just have guns.
Yeah, they have guns, but even the guns, like, I'm not worried about y'all, because y'all showed me, you played your card. This was your tough guy card.
Yeah.
Republicans and MAGA people, this was your chance to show us how tough y'all really are. Y'all did not last 20 minutes. Think about this. We got, like, Black Lives Matter, we were getting shot. 40, 50 different people shot, hurt, losing eyes, all types of stuff, right? Mace.
Oh, they kept that up.
They kept doing that for weeks. Y'all went to one punk ass Capitol building. It got written. One of y'all got shot in the building. And nope, there's no push.
And I'm not gonna lie, that would have been fly. That would have been fly if y'all actually went there for like real reasons. give us our money. What's up? Like we here for that. I would have respected that.
Yeah.
Yo, sign our stimulus right now.
Yo.
Like shit like that. I would have been like, you know what?
I'm here for that. I'm here for that. I'll back a Republican that's saying shit like that.
But we still try to find out why the fuck they did that.
But, yo, nobody know. You know what's funny? Speaking of that, you heard how they're gonna cancel 2 Dr. Seuss books?
It was like 6.
So whatever. Yeah. Oh, 6?
It was like 6.
I thought it was 2. Oh, snap. Wow. So they're gonna cancel 6 Dr. Seuss books because of racial, racist images. I don't know that I'm not against it, but what made me laugh about it is like, yo, y'all will do anything in the world but give us our fucking money.
Word.
Yo,
Word.
Y'all will cancel Dr. Seuss. Y'all will cancel R. Kelly. Y'all will cancel Bill Cosby. Y'all cancel all these people that, or just cancel things that are bad for you. But y'all will put up a street, paint down a street.
I think
give me my money.
I think this Dr. Seuss thing was his estate though that did that. I don't think it was like other people that did that. His estate.
Oh, so it was his choice.
Yeah,
well, their choice. Their choice. Yeah. Okay. You know what I would have liked better than y'all canceling books that made my imagination?
Send me a check.
Send me a check. Y'all could have dispersed $600 amongst Cash Apps.
Cut the fucking check.
Guys, I am done with feelings. Yo. I am done with like people, how people think. I'm done. I want money.
Send me my fucking money.
Send me my bread, make my life better. Even if you're not gonna send me my bread, lower my rent.
Wayne and Kodak though.
Well, I mean,
them niggas did finesse the system.
Okay, so black privilege apparently reared its ugly head recently, and it wasn't really black privilege.
It's celebrity privilege.
It's celebrity privilege. I think that was Trump's attempt. You know what?
That nigga would make the best rapper, son.
Bro. I'm telling you, Trump. That was Trump's attempt at gathering the few blacks he could get. He said, "All right, guys, listen. I let out Kodak, and I
didn't see that. That's that.
What do you mean?
That's not why he did that.
Why do you think he did it?
Donald Trump is a fucked up person, and if you know people that have fucked people over their whole lives, a lot of them they'll know like you got to pay your debt off sometimes. And those 2 people endorsed him during the election. I think that was a little like deal. He cut them like y'all publicly, endorsed me and everything.
No. I'm sure there was a deal. No. I definitely think there was a deal. I don't think they didn't know. I
don't think he was chalking it up to black people.
I don't think they didn't know, but I do think it is his attempt at a last minute pander to the few blacks that are left on his side to be like, I'm still with y'all. The few. I think that was his, because I think towards the end, what Trump realized is, goddamn, I fucked up. So Trump said, I got to gather as many people behind me for after this is done so that I have soldiers. Like, I think he just wanted to back it.
I think you give him too much strategic, like.
No, I don't think it's not, I mean, it's not hard to think about. It's like, yo.
I don't think he thought that I'm never going to.
Nah, I think, even if he didn't think about it, the people that are telling him to sign knew. So whether he thought about it or his camp, his, what do they call it? I would say campaign.
What you mean?
What is
administration?
His administration, either they, you know what I mean? It could be anybody, but it's one of those things that it's like whoever it was on his team knew. All right, let's get the last few blacks with these. But at the same time, Kodak and Lil Wayne are not exemplary black people to me. So, and if I'm going to be completely honest, am I always going to be happy for a black man to get a come up? Yes. Do I think those are the 2 worst black people on the planet to get a come up? Yes. I do not agree with Kodak Black is a menace.
Bruh.
He is a menace.
Lil Wayne, coon, whatever.
Yeah.
Kodak Black, that nigga is fucking terrorist.
We need to get that man off the streets.
He was rapper stealing cars from people. Nah.
He was running, he was having car chases with the cops.
Nah, man.
Yo, while he had, I'll never forget the time I like closed the book on him. For me, people did it during when he said what he said about Laura London. That was so distasteful. I closed the book on him when he had the rape case going. He just got out of prison for a gun charge. Had a rape case going, and then for some reason decided to go on live and put a video of him, like him and his boys having sex with a white woman. Now, it was consensual. It wasn't like, but I remember going, my man, you got a rape case right now, bro.
And
This is the worst time in the world.
And then shortly after that, his kid is then recorded talking about his kid like 3 talking about I want some head. I'm like, oh my fucking God.
Like, but you know what was worse about that? You know he got arrested for that.
For the video, for which one?
The video. Because they found he's on parole. He had a gun and a blunt in the background. Yo. So the cops like arrested him within an hour. Like, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, guys. If you look at who he let out, it just goes to show who Trump is. There's no more than that. Yeah, and as for Lil Wayne, I'll say that Lil Wayne's dreads are indicative to his mind, to me, and his life right now. When I look at Lil Wayne's dreads, that is an indication of who that man is in his soul right now. He is a black Ozzy Osbourne. Stick a fork in that thing. He is done. I've never seen so. He's like a zombie walking at this point. I don't think he could like. Remember when he used to do that thing where he was so high, he sounded cool on tracks, going like. Now I think. Right now I think that's just his voice.
Yeah, that I felt like that was his voice turning into that whole.
Yeah.
I was listening to interviews. I'm like, you still sound like that.
Oh yeah, it's true. You're not turning it off.
I mean, you do know who did not get a pardon but became a free man though.
What was that?
You don't know?
No, who didn't get a pardon became a free man?
Fucking Bobby Shmurda.
Oh, you know what's funny? There was so much negative. I forgot about the positive.
We got to throw the positive in there. I have a whole negative thing though with something I saw with that.
All right.
But
Well,
that's after.
okay. I mean, Bobby got out.
Shouts out to Bobby, man.
Hell yeah! Shouts out to
First of
Bobby.
all, I could not believe how quickly 7 years went. Like, I remember the day I was like looking on my phone
Yep.
and they got arrested.
Yep.
I was in the barbershop. I'm like, how the
Yep.
fuck was that 7 years ago? That is crazy.
That's true. I don't. Yo, time.
That is fucking crazy. Like,
Nah.
I was like, nah, I'm an old nigga.
Obi said
That's why
no.
I threw in the towel. I was like, nah. This dude did a stretch, came home and like, nah.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Bobby.
Nah, he did a stretch. I'm
And Rowdy,
proud.
by the way, because he came out while we
To
was
be
going.
honest, I was more excited to hear Rowdy came out.
Yeah.
Only because Rowdy, when I worked in Saks, Rowdy used to come to Saks often. Bobby was a little too high profile at the time. Rowdy had computers, but Rowdy was bubbling in the
He was
streets.
still, yeah,
he was bubbling in the streets at the time. And he used to come in the store, and I'm not gonna lie to you, he was immature and annoying, cause he was just a young hood dude. Like, but what I will say is, he was entertaining. Like, he wasn't just like butted out like I think a lot of young people now have no personality. Like,
He has a lot of personality.
He has a personality. He was funny. He was telling jokes while I got him. I wasn't working with him, but I got him a pair of shoes. He was telling jokes. I just liked who he was. Then he came out with computers, and he had a whole mixtape I thought was flames.
He was putting out some shit back.
Like,
yo, that used to be our shit back
People
then.
do not know Bean John.
Red
But
dot.
that.
Bean John.
I have never wanted to rob a man more than with listening
used
to
be
that
our
music.
Shit back in the days.
Son, you know what I mean? So I remember being a big fan of Rowdy, not Bobby. I knew Rowdy's stuff a lot more. So when he got out, I was proud of them. I want them to like. A lot of people are doing the thing where they were like, oh, when Quavo came and picked them up, and they were like, it was all for clout. I'm like, guys, y'all don't know these people's relationship.
I'm one of those people. I'm not gonna
Like,
lie. I'm one.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
What relationship do they have?
Mm-hmm.
They might have made a couple songs. Quavo, you probably know some people
Mm-hmm.
way longer that came out of jail. You did not do all of that. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't really about Quavo, but rant. Should I go about rant?
Go on your
about,
rant.
This is about fucking celebrity culture. We need to stop fucking posting every fucking thing on Instagram. Celebrities. Yo, y'all are about to get fucking robbed. Y'all need to stop. Yo, Reggie, if you want to buy me a fucking car, don't do it. Just wire me the fucking money.
Yes.
Don't put it on Instagram.
No.
All these car buying that these motherfuckers is doing.
Bro.
Fucking watch buying that these. I'm like, yo, are y'all trying to embarrass your mans? Are y'all trying to make yourself look good? Like, what is y'all doing? And I know I sound like a hater right now.
No.
But fuck it. I'm going to be a hater.
Yo.
Fucking Michael B. Yo,
Dig the hole.
I'm not even saying
Oh no, you went for Michael. Not the Black King, no. He's all we got.
Nah, man. I'm just over all like the celebrities stunting on. Like, it's a different day. Like, y'all need to fill the room a little bit. Fill the room out right now. There's a lot of poverty going on. There's a lot of struggle going on. I'm not saying y'all should not be happy. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying y'all shouldn't buy nice things. But be a little bit mindful of what you're posting because motherfuckers is watching. Ask Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yo, my exact Kim Kardashian. That's how Pop Smoke went out.
That's how
you know what I mean?
And that's
Rest
all I'm
in peace.
saying. I'm not saying it
Like-
to be a. I love seeing people get to it.
Yeah.
You know, but stop. All these fucking cars. Yo, I hate that shit, son.
I didn't. My thing was it's Bobby, it's Quavo. I knew it was gonna be a thing.
How? Like, where's the?
No, I mean
connection?
when I'm saying not the. Well, they made music before. There was a thing. They said there was Schmigos. They made music together and they had like a time. Like there was I guess they had a time in the studio at one point where they were together regularly for a little bit.
I gotta see what Quavo did when Offset came out of jail, but I'm sure he did do something.
Yeah,
I gotta see
but
what he
it's like that's my thing. It's like yes, there was some clout behind it, but my main thing was I don't like the fact that it's like before we go and say Quavo don't know Bobby. I'm like I don't know that. I don't actually.
It's not about that. It's
No, I get what.
Let this man have his shot. You don't have to come and let me. You
I
don't
get-
gotta
no.
come do that.
I get
Like,
what you're
let
saying.
That man have his shot.
I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is, I wonder how many times Quavo spoke to him during his jail sentence. And I
wondering the same
wonder
thing.
how many times, because my thing is this, it's the same thing with the vacciners. I've never looked into y'all relationship. So for me to go, get the...
It's not as much about the relationship. Y'all not that.
Well,
let's be real.
You're talking about, well, I guess not, but you're talking about more so the fact that posting it.
Yeah.
I get that. I agree with that. But to me,
if he went to pick him up without posting it, I
would've-
give a fuck. That's some fly shit.
Exactly.
I'm like, oh, you really fuck with this
Exactly,
dude.
but
it's the posting part
yes,
that
of
makes
course,
me
of
like.
course. But it's like, to me, it's like this is the same issue I have. Like Drake kind of started this. This is Drake not started, but like was a big like when he did the what you call it the video where he gave out all that money.
Yeah, this been going
as
on.
dope. No, it's been going on, of course. But what I'm saying is, I wouldn't say started it. That was the wrong word. Drake is the biggest person I know that everything he does is meticulously set up, and every move he makes is for a reason. And that's what this clout thing is about. Every time you do something, you got to make sure you get it on camera so people know that you have this relationship. So that now you have this fan base, see that fan base, that fan base, see that fan base, and now we can get a little money. And now that's what this is all about. And I'm like, guys, what happened to fucking competition? Like, as much as y'all want to be friends, I want to see Bobby be like, Quavo, you from the South, I'm from New York, let's rap against each other. Y'all don't got to beef for real, like beat. I don't want to see nobody get shot. I just want to see competitive nature. I'm tired of all this Mickey Mouse, we're all friends singing on tracks. This is where this all comes from. And that's that Drake thing where 50 was doing way too much of the opposite, where he beefed with everybody, breaking the game apart. Drake brought everyone together, but under this fake ass umbrella.
Nah, I would have put that on Drake. I'll put it on more Khaled. You can even put that on a Fat Joe way before I put that on Drake.
Well, I'm not putting it on Drake. I'm saying that a lot of people in the industry say that Drake moves in that direction, where it's like he's fake friends with mad people. The only way Kanye could ever get that information that Drake gave, whatever, if he claims he got it, is because you gave it to him. When were y'all ever friends?
One thing I will say is Drake's friendships determined how everybody moves in the industry.
Yes.
When Drake decided he was gonna fuck with Nicki but not Meek, everybody fucked with Nicki
but not Meek. No, that's true.
Drake switched it the other way around. Everybody did the total opposite.
But my thing was that it's just like, it's the same way Drake moved in basketball. It's just like this. I always attribute it to Drake because that's the person I always look at and go, why are you so friendly? Why are you smiling with everybody? My nigga, stop smiling. You a man. Stop fucking smiling, bro. I'm tired of you smiling.
He's smiling because he's rich.
Yo, bro, I hate his smile, dog. I hate his smile. He looks like a side chick every time.
That nigga the most successful person in the world right now.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen, man. I'm going on my rant of toxicity. Any man that smiles too much, I find him weird. If you smile too much, if there's no reason to smile, right now we doing a podcast, so we gonna be a little smiley. If you smile too much, I don't trust you as a man.
You gotta you can't smile at all your pictures.
You can't smile, I just don't like smiley men.
You'd be like, yo, smile, like
Nah, why?
Try to smile.
I don't feel like smiling right now. Like, you know what I mean? I don't have that. I feel like there's a level of, like, not that I'm cooler than you, but it's like, Yeah, we don't gotta have beef, but we not friends, and that's cool too. At the end of the day, you're my competition. Like, I'm tired of this, like, over, like, everybody's friends, everybody's cool, but it's all based in.
Yeah, but like I said, it's so. I totally agree with you. It's too much, and that was basically what I was saying regarding the Quavo thing. Like,
Yeah.
This is all for, like, let's not. This man, he's just touching down. Like,
Yeah.
let's do the clout thing 2 weeks.
A little
from
later.
Now. Like, let's do the clout thing.
Like,
2 weeks.
you know what I did? Go ahead.
French Montana popped up in the studio a couple days after Rowdy Rebel. He wasn't in front of the jail with Rowdy.
True.
I would have said the same thing if you were. I'm like, yo, what the hell did French Montana become? Like, they man, like
what's
that?
going, yo? And that's the thing is, like, of course everybody gonna throw an arm around you, try and get it, a little.
Oh no, that's cool.
Yeah,
Like, I understand.
Everybody gonna do that,
Yeah.
but I just like, the thing I didn't like too was there was a picture of him with 3 white women. So of course,
With who, Bobby?
yeah, Bobby with 3 white Hispanic. I believe they were like.
I actually did see that.
I believe they were like Albanian. They looked like more like Albanian, Armenian, like in that world.
So they were white.
Albanian, that's Kim K white. That's not regular white. You don't consider Kim K Steve Jobs.
What continent are you from?
Like Europe. But it's like, I don't know. No, of course they are white, but I'm about to say, like, Obi, come on. Come on, don't do this to me. I was like, wait, does he not see what the fuck I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I need a new co-host. He doesn't get it. No, I get what you're saying, though. You know what I mean? I get it, but they're like white-ish.
They're
Everybody
like white
with a tan,
business.
with a tan.
Yeah.
And the thing about those people, not to say that makes you any blacker or anything, but for some reason, like, I've been around Albanian people because of fashion. And the women, whether they want to admit it or not, in my experience, love them some black men. In my experience, they don't see it over there. So when they come here, there's a good, the people I met, not all of them, the people I met liked black men and very hood ones at that time.
So what was the beef with Bobby Shmurda?
And everybody was saying, oh, look, he likes white women. But there was a picture of those 3 women.
That nigga just did 7 years.
That bitch could
I
have been
think he
purple.
would have fucked anyone
Yo,
at that point.
But she got out. Those 3 women were in a picture with them back in the days before he went to jail. Those same 3 women. But of course, the fact that they're white makes the optics. I'm like, guys, first ask. This is all I ask of you people. Just ask these questions.
Yeah, but you also, no, don't even. That's just a stupid thing to be mad. The man just came out of jail.
Like,
I don't think he's going, yo, let me find a white queen or a black queen.
Nah.
I think he just, anything that's on call right
It's
now.
on the table.
It's on call.
It's all
right
cool.
now.
Exactly.
Okay.
Listen, man. That man.
Were there men that
Yo,
were,
bro.
hold on. Were there men that were upset about this, by the way?
I don't think so.
No.
I can't imagine. It seemed more like a black woman issue. I'm saying that I understand. I get it. But before you say, oh, he's just gonna jump to any old white woman, like, guys, check if he knows these white women beforehand, because he might know them. Who knows?
Ed Quavo could have called him.
I mean, it probably wasn't up to him, but you know what I mean? It's just stuff like that I'm like, yeah, maybe he's ignorant. Maybe he's doing that ignorantly the way, you look at it, but you don't know. You just don't know, so ask. Last thing I want to talk about, real quick, Tiny and T.I.
Yo, they swept that shit under the rug.
It hasn't been swept up yet. We gotta wait, but it is being handled. How do you feel about it?
From what I saw, because it wasn't even something I really delved into.
Okay.
They was
Sorry.
having a bunch of sex parties, correct?
Yes.
Was it with underage people?
Yes.
Oh, they fucked up.
No, I don't know if it's underage. Some of them were.
Yeah, but
Some of them were. But most of them, I think, were overage. I don't think it's not. This is, okay, guys, I'm going to say it. Y'all don't have to say it if y'all don't want to.
I didn't even.
The moment, this was, a lot of the stories are, I was coaxed and coerced with drugs and money, and then I did something I didn't want to, I said yes, but they made it seem like they wouldn't pay for my flight back home. Why you came anywhere to any state?
Pay for your flight back home.
Yeah, one person said that they flew them out and then they wouldn't pay for their flight back home.
They hit him with the one-way ticket.
Yeah, they hit him with the one.
They didn't know to have the money for the other ticket.
Like I don't. You know what? I had another issue.
Hold on. Let me say, if anybody got raped, I don't know, and that part we're not joking with. We'll still talk about. I'm just saying because I don't know the story.
Well, no. To me, there are one. I don't know any ones. All the stories I heard were not forced.
Okay.
And that's my thing. The moment you said yes,
and that was what kind of made me throw the story, because I'm just like, this sound like a lot of things where people maybe they might have regretted what.
It's like at what point do we take accountability?
Hold on. But aren't they going to court for something?
They're going to court. These women are suing.
Oh, okay.
They're suing. It's all, most of it is civil. None of it is criminal that I know of. Nothing I have seen is criminal. It's all lawsuits.
The American way.
Like for instance, Shia LaBeouf is getting sued because he was abusive to his ex-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. In what way?
I don't know if he hemmed her up. It didn't seem like beatings. It seemed more mental abuse. And my parents apparently mentally abused me too. We were all like,
bruh.
I don't know about y'all, but I was
physically.
I was regularly.
I got my ass beat.
I was regularly called a piece of shit. Like y'all don't understand. I'm not saying that it had positive impact on me. I'm not saying it was a good thing, but I'm saying I survived. Now so I have a weird thing with the mental abuse, but I do think it plays a major role in how you going forward.
Yeah,
so I think
does.
when it comes to mental abuse to children and teenagers, I always be like, yeah, nah, that because you're building them that way. But mental abuse in adults, I'm sorry, get the fuck out of here. And the reason why I say that is because I found out that woman was 31, 32.
The door works. The door works.
And she said that at some point he insinuated that she had to look down. He didn't tell her outright, but he made it seem like, I don't want you looking at guys with me. And she kept looking at the floor. And because whenever she saw a guy, she wouldn't look at him because he didn't like it. Now, my issue is two things. One, she met him on the set of Honey Boy, which is a movie about his life, showing how abusive his biker dad was to him. And how crazy, and you know his life story. So my thing is this: you already know this dude is a little crazy. He's proven based off his going to jail, all his exploits, all the craziness he's done, all the drunken things he's done. He's not all right. So as an adult female, you should consider this getting into the relationship. Now you give it a chance. It happens, right? Give it a chance. Now you give it a chance. So you mean to tell me because of the fact that now you tell me that somebody tells you to look down at the floor when somebody walks in the room at 31 and you're gonna fucking do that?
So she's taking him to court?
She's suing him.
Okay.
And I'm sitting here like,
no physical abuse that you know of.
That I know of. There might have been some. It doesn't seem like most of it was physical. It seems like more of it was.
We need to start empowering people more to make smarter decisions. I understand if you feel like somebody could kill you or something like that, that's a totally different story, and you actually do have to handle that delicately.
Yeah, but
somebody is just talking down on you,
like
find somebody that talks up to you, like
yo, they got Shia LaBeouf. She's suing him. My thing was, if she was coming out just to tell her story, then I'd have been like, you know what, maybe this is based in letting women know that you can say no and trying to get women. As soon as I heard the lawsuit, I was like, get the fuck out of here. I don't care about this no more. Nah, I don't care. It makes it cheap. It makes it cheap. It makes everything you're saying cheap. I don't care to hear anything you're saying anymore. And it's the same thing with T.I. and Tiny. Is like, a lot of people are saying that they're looking at Tiny though, and they're going, oh well, that's what you get for giving threesomes to your man. That you know what I mean? That they're trying to say that she was trying to find threesomes for him and do all these things and have sex parties to keep him because she knows she can't keep him. If Tiny leaves T.I., outside of the half that he will give her, because she will be fine, who is Tiny finding on his level again? Is Tiny gonna be able to get another person like T.I.?
What if Tiny like these threesomes too?
Like, that's it. My thing was, even if I go with their narrative though, you're right. That was my other thing. I'm like, what if this bitch just like getting double teamed sometimes? What if, they were just into that? Like, there's that. But let's go with their narrative that she was doing this for that reason, because she is on the Lil' Kim version side of being hit. And a lot of people are saying, oh, she, you know what I mean? And I'm like, guys, I'm sorry, but if to keep a T.I. that you have 4 children with, he's a good-looking man, his level of success is out of this world. He's relatively intelligent. I don't think he's as smart as he puts on. I think he's much more articulate than he is smart, but he can speak. Because when
expeditiously.
Yes, but when Tiny
No, I'm not saying
about to say.
No.
I was about to say.
I'm just because he annoys me.
Yes, exactly. When Tiny speaks, you cannot help but know she from the hood. At least T.I. could put on a front. Like he might have come from a good family. Tiny, as soon as she opens her mouth, I know, oh, her bitch, got you. And my thing is, so what if she was doing that to keep her man? You don't think he makes all this money to keep his woman? Like,
and like, oh, you perfect relationship, motherfuckers. Y'all don't do nothing to keep
keep
y'all
your-
people like who? Yo, nobody. It's just fucking single ass people that
Saying this
nobody
shit.
wants to be.
Saying this shit, because I'm telling you right now, do you know how much shit did not? Do you know how many times I've watched the Kardashians? I've never wanted to watch the Kardashians. I had to do it. You got a girl, you talking to her,
You gotta
you
watch
care
the
for her,
Kardashians, man.
you gotta let her know, you gotta sit there with her. I don't understand why people are acting like, and the other thing is this, I'm sorry guys, she's not on his level.
Not at all.
Not even close.
Not at all.
She should, and I'm sorry, she needs to know that. We need to stop lying because the only thing we really put in high value with people with women is looks. We put looks and how they hold themselves, how you guys hold yourselves, how you guys go about the way you. What men want is cooperation and good looks because your money very rarely ever affects us for real.
At all.
I've had women make way more than me and I'm still paying for everything.
She still looks broke.
She's just, yo, there's mad women that make more than me that I'm like, how don't you have more than this? I don't understand. From what I'm making, I get this done and you, and I'm not trying to come for you. I just wonder, but it's because of
That's why they all have houses by now.
exactly. And I'm like, so I'm looking at,
Don't spend no money.
don't spend no money. I'm sitting there like, guys, like, she's not on his level. So if she do gotta do, is that so wrong? Like, let's
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do that in reverse.
Okay.
These same people that are making all these comments,
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how they view Oprah and Stedman. Like, do they feel that like Oprah should not have probably the I don't want to say upper hand, but the upper hand in that, being that she's the massive breadwinner of the city. He's still a lawyer. He still has a career. He's not like, he got a couple million. He's not like broke to us.
Somebody said if Oprah became president and Stedman was the first lady. They said if Oprah became president and Stedman was the first lady, the first time he opened his mouth, women would have shut the fuck up. It is her time now. Like, they would have never let that get that off. But it's like, guys, so at what point do we leverage how much more? Because the reality is, you want, like, let's say there's a girl that wants me. You want me. And I'm not that interested. I wouldn't break an appointment for it.
At this point, you got the upper hand.
Exactly.
What you gonna do to earn my time?
Exactly. So what you gonna do to get me? You gotta understand, I'm looking at other people and you looking at me. So just like I'm looking at those people and I gotta go out there, coerce them, get them dates, you gotta do something for me because I don't care to do anything back for you. But those women that are not leveraged still feel like I should want them. And I'm like, guys, Tiny leaves T.I., she does not get married again. Or if she marries someone, it is a hood nigga of way lower stature.
This nigga got no freezing time.
No, she's trash, bro. I'm sorry. She's like 5'3" trash.
Nigga said she's only marrying a hood nigga.
No, I think she's gonna marry a dude that make money, but she's not marrying a dude as intelligent as. And even the dude that make money, it's gonna be like 250,000, 300,000 money.
Bruh, it's hard. I mean,
I don't think a millionaire is investing in Tiny. And I'm saying, especially with 4 kids, and I'm sitting there looking at it like, you know what I mean? Like, for me, I got 2 kids. So if I get out here and I'm dating, I gotta date like I got 2 kids.
Yeah.
I can't date like I'm this dude doing the best. I'm over here living. I'm not that bachelor anymore. I gotta act like I'm adding somewhat of a burden to whoever I'm talking to's
Reggie,
life.
that is too much to fucking expect motherfuckers to expect anything out of themselves.
Like,
okay, gotta wrap this up.
Oh,
but
my
you
bad.
Fucking expecting way too much.
No, I'm just, wait, we gonna wrap this up. I'm just saying, why is it that I can have 2 kids and have to be real with people and have to be honest and come in like, I gotta do a little extra because I know I got a burden on the back end you're gonna have to deal with.
Because Reggie, you are a man.
I would say I'm just rational, but rationality it seems to be a bad trait because
there's mad irrational men too. So
I'm
you
sorry.
can't even say that.
That's a fact. Tekashi exists.
Word.
But listen, man, this is our first, you know what I mean, time back in a minute. Excuse any rust. I am not gonna lie.
Give them what your name is again.
Oh yes, guys. My new name is State of the Art, as opposed to State of the Heart, as it looks. That's kind of.
I hate shit like that.
Like, yo, people are like State of the Heart. I was like, do you not read?
Nigga, you about to be certified lover boy, bro?
Right? No, like, this isn't Justin LeBoy. I'm not. It's State of the Art, and it really means, for me, it's just, I feel like my mindset is at a place where I'm at the pinnacle of like humanity. Like I feel like I'm the state of the art. Like
you're the new Elon Musk.
That's how I feel. I'm not as smart as him.
That word feel.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like I'm admitting it. Like I just feel like I'm at the things that don't make sense to me, and it's just like it's because of a rational reason, and nobody can argue with me for the most part, and that's where I'm at. And also, you know what I mean? That's why when you walk around like you got a big dick, you got like you got a big dick. So my name's State of the Art. You know what I mean? Talk your shit. State of the art, right again.
Like, subscribe, share.
Listen, guys, please let's jump on it.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
You gotta say that.
Yeah, right. Pause. Just smash that like button. But this is our first episode back, and thank you for listening.
We out of here.
Common folk, we out.